Hi YouTube, hi fungi friends, welcome in. I hope you're doing wonderful today. Today is some more Stardew Valley on the channel and working on the Completionist Complete Community Center challenge run. We're pretty much almost done this challenge. We have to finish getting the sweet gemberry, which is pretty exciting. We need the spirit seed bumble, so we just need the jack-o'-lantern. We just need literally a holly, a stuffing, or a powder melon to finish up the boiler room. And then we have two things that we need to get here, which is the chef's bundle and the dye bundle. The red cabbage we're going to get because we should be able to finish the greenhouse in time. And then, yeah, because this one is the greenhouse option. So huge, very exciting. And from there, we'll see how it goes. But YouTube, of course, and as always, please make sure you take your meds, drink some water, eat something yummy, relax, and enjoy. And of course, speaking of enjoy, I'm going to get back into this. We are gonna get back into this. I'm also very close in finishing up my farming thing, so that's very exciting. YouTube AI is very parasocial. YouTube, speaking of, sorry guys that we're yapping about you, but I was just we were having a conversation about AI in chat. And I brought up that because YouTube has this feature, if you go into like the creator studio, where it'll generate ideas for you based off like your content and stuff. And one of the times it generated a thing being like revealing the deep dark secrets of Rainer Veyes Jr. And I'm like, okay, we need to calm down. It's just a let's play compilation. Let's play. Right, throw that away. Let's get going. Also, by the way, there's an ad break that's coming up. Heads up, 7-Up. Ad break is incoming. Oh my god, my sweet baby angel dropped a truffle. Holy shit, chat. Let's fucking go. And we have the sweet gemberry. Let's go. Okay. Deep Dark Secrets of Rainer Veyes Jr. Do you know he has a wife? Deep Dark Secrets of Rainer Veyes Jr. Do you guys want to know his Subway order? I did see the news about the new Steam machine. It looks interesting. I'm so hype. Hell yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy for anybody who's excited for that because it does look interesting. It just, it looks very funny. Holy hell. This one's all done. Wrong one. This one's all done. We got so lucky there. Oh my gosh. And a pink cake. Let's go. Let's finish this up. Dude, Mossy Lax, by the way, looks so cute. And this is done. Huge. The greenhouse is done. That means we get to start the red cabbage seed. Huge. Let's go. If the price is right, giving these PC part prices, I'll get that machine instead for the time being. Hell yeah. Yay! Another bundle complete! Yippee! Go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, go. Get the star. Get the star. Yeah! Throw it in. Hooray! Oh, sorry, I was in your way. Yippee! We did it! Yahoo! Yippee! Alright, well, the greenhouse will be done, so that means we can... That just means that we can plant the red cabbage seed, and I guess we'll just plant like a bunch of other like stuff as well, so I can finish getting the 10 on the farming. So let me just grab a bunch of stuff. For cranberry seeds, yeah, they're probably like the best to probably plant in there. Well, by like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. He might be a relatable online personality, but did you know he's secretly a gamer? And that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Alright, I don't really have anything I really need to do today, so I guess we could just fish. Remember when I played this game when it first came out, I was legit jotting down people's likes and dislikes on an actual notepad. Dude, I still use the Stardew Valley wiki like to this day. I'm so like locked in on using the wiki. Time to fish. Da-da-da. And also finish cleaning out more emails that are just in here for like no reason. Do. Salmon. Every time I start up, I give Haley a daffodil thinking she likes yellow and flowers, and every time I'm wrong. Yeah, Haley is unfortunately not a flower girly. I just got a bunch of fucking row. Hell yeah, brother. Welcome back, everybody, from the ad break. Puppy fish. A puppy fish in this economy? Alright, that's all cleared out now. Saw that as Puppy Cat, was confused for a second. Isn't Puppy Cat from like from the show Bee and Puppy Cat? I remember watching that show for a bit. I never really got into it, but I just remember that I did watch it. Also Steven Universe. Big fan of Steven Universe. What a fun show. What a fun little show. Butter. Back in my day, Bee and Puppy Cat was just a single YouTube episode. True. My kid loves that show. Can you get into it though? That's fair. Listen, sometimes at the end of the day, kid shows, hey, they're still just made for kids. So it's just like, okay. I was a kid once. I feel like me going back to like the old shows that I used to watch like as a kid are definitely something. So I'm just like, the fuck was I watching? But I do feel like nowadays there is a lot of slop in regards to like children's shows and everything, where it's very like hyper and over dramatic and stuff, and there's just a lot happening that I feel like a child gets like very overstimulated very quickly. It's true, I was a baby goat as a child. It's kind of wild. Dude, cartoon in the 90s were surreal. They talked about wild topics sometimes, and I definitely do think that some shows that were like quote unquote made for kids are definitely shows that like I don't think a child should be watching this show. Exactly. Who let me? I do remember watching Happy Tree Friends, but I had to stop watching Happy Tree Friends because there was like this one episode that I watched and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't watch this because it like made me physically ill. But I do remember that, and I still to this day get like that like vomiting feeling in like my throat, just being like, ugh, this is gross. Yeah, they really hid a lot of like sexual innuendos and stuff in those shows that I feel like nowadays it's like there's not that much. Or maybe, who knows, maybe there is. I don't really go out of my way to watch like kid shows anymore. Minus Bluey. I do like watching Bluey, but I think Bluey just like heals my inner child sometimes. Oh my god, Nick. Bluey is so good. Bluey teaches such great lessons. I wish when I was a kid I had Bluey. I do. Johnny Bravo, that was something else. The only Johnny Bravo episode that I remember is when he got turned into a girl and he was like, why do all these guys keep flirting with us? They need to back the fuck up, basically. Magic School Bus was a lot of fun. But there was also just some weird shit in Magic School Bus. Like, remember when they were salmon and they got fertilized and everything? That shit was wild. Anyone a Newgrounds kid? Well, yeah, how else was I gonna learn about Fuck Kingdom? Not as a kid, though, as like a teenager. I didn't really watch a lot of like Newgrounds stuff, though, TBH. Miss Frizzle was a little out of pocket, it's true. I remember convincing my parents to let me watch Futurama because I told them it's the same people who make The Simpsons, not knowing episode 1 there is a literal... Oh. Welp. They wouldn't let me watch after that. Whoop. Miss Frizzle did do her best as a teacher. Listen, as a teacher herself, briefly, man. Miss Frizzle was the GOAT. She just wanted everybody to love science. Even though she definitely did put some of the kids in danger, it's all in good fun sometimes. Bill Nye Gang Rise Up. Loved Bill Nye. Dude, when the teacher would roll in, like, the TV, you knew it was going to be a good day. You're like, holy shit, here comes Bill Nye the Science Guy. Miss Rachel ain't got nothing on Miss Rose. No, I love Miss Rachel. I will never speak ill will about my girl, Miss Rachel. Never speak ill will about my girl, Miss Rachel. She wants to help out all the kids and she's pro-Palestine. Fucking love Miss Rachel. She's the best. I feel like Miss Frizzle and Miss Rachel would be handshake emoji. That big ass TV and cart. I know. If it did fall on a kid, it would be like game over. It would be. Hi Quincy, welcome in, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well today. Oh hey. Hope you're doing good. I feel like that's enough. It's all fun and games till the TV falls on some kid. All fun and games. You're doing fantastic. Yay. My dad and I used to watch the Three Stooges all the time when I was like 5. I remember being like, oh, the fucking raccoon, no. I remember, hi Melvin, welcome in. I don't know how old I was. I feel like maybe like 7, 8. Maybe like 9, 10. I actually don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I remember I'd be watching like Friends, Frasier. I fucking loved Frasier, by the way. My mom would also watch Coronation Street because in Canada we got Coronation Street. Shout out to my UK peeps. A little bit of Corey on the telly. Peak. Also enjoy your cantaloupes, Quincy. That sounds awesome. Are these done? No, they're almost done. Woof, you had to watch Corey. TBH, I didn't know what the fuck was happening 9 times out of 10 watching Corey. I only knew the opening, which went wah, 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 wah. And then there would be a cat on the screen in the title as they went through the whole town. I never understood what the fuck was happening in that show, obviously, because I was a child. So I didn't know what was going on. Dude, Frasier was such a good show. I fucking loved that show. Also, mostly because of the dog and the grandpa. They were my favorite. That's all I remember. Also, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome in. I hope you're doing great today on this Thursday. Anyone watch The Nanny? I remember that being on sometimes. I would just watch random shows with my mom. My mom would have like The Young and the Restless on and shit. I remember that. I I would never know what was going on. Hawaii Five-0. I think we watched Hawaii Five-0 a lot recently. I did not watch any Cheers. How'd he do a whole last sentence? Max. Oh my god, my mom also watched General Hospital. That I remember too. They're saying a final Canadian game show at my next anime con. That's awesome. Hell yeah. General Hospital's still going. What else can you do in that show? How many more people will die? I don't think I remember As the World Turns. That does not sound familiar to me. All those. Some of the original cast is still there too. Oh my fucking god. If I want to hang out with my mom sometimes, I would have to watch just like random shows. Be like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Why are they crying? Shout out to Canada for creating the Wheel of Fortune with no wheel and fortune. That sounds about right. Sounds like something Canada would do. Oh yeah, we should probably go over to Sophie's so I can buy some sprinklers. Oh my god, another truffle? I love my pig. Can I name him like Pig or some shit? Who can say? Soap operas were wild. The fortune was the friends that got made along the way. It's true. I do miss, in a way, like the old like TV channel programs and stuff like YTV and Teletoon. I do miss those. That shit was fire as a child. Do you have anything good? Oh, you just have a rabbit's foot. Okay. Sure, queen. Yeah, YTV with Sugar and Carlos. Whoa. I remember that you're watching Treehouse Jingle very vividly. Dude, did like watching Treehouse. I used to watch a lot of Treehouse, even when I was like in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, because I would be too scared to watch like some other shows on like Teletoon and stuff like that. So I would always have like, what's the word? I would always turn Treehouse on. 6, 7. Oh, Max, that's wild. That's wild. Met Carlos because he was friends with my dance teacher. Whoa. I will miss Mad TV, Will Sasso, and others shaped my humor. Hell yeah. He was a chill dude. Let's go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there's not really like TV, like channel hosts that much anymore. Girl, I could not care about this drama that's happening. Mom was so happy but embarrassed to death. Hey, it happens. Sometimes kids say the darndest things. It's me. I'm the children. I'm the child. We say darndest things. I think this is my favorite art of the traveling cart vendor. Yeah, she's very pretty in this Stardew expanded and whatnot. But I'd always either be watching Teletoon. I feel like I like Teletoon a lot more than YTV. Teletoon had like the most random ass like Canadian TV shows. TBH. We just had a lot of random ass Canadian TV shows. And I'm just like, I don't really understand why the fuck this is a concept, but okay. Just like shit like that. Is there a way I can boost my catch rate? You can get Ultra Balls, but that's like about it. It's very much just the luck of the draw. Did Canada get Robot Wars? What the fuck were Robot Wars? You mean Reboot? Reboot was Canadian. Fun fact. But I don't know about Robot Wars. What the fuck were Robot Wars? Robot Wars TV series. Maybe? Question mark? Remember Reboot? Yeah. That's a Canadian show. How do you catch the mons in the chat? You can do exclamation mark auto catch. So when you're talking in chat, it'll automatically put you in the queue to try and catch Pokemon. Or what you can also do is do exclamation mark catch whenever a Pokemon appears. That is also another way. What was the Canadian version of American Gladiator? Who knows? Bye, Spartan. Have an amazing rest of your day, sweetheart. Thank you again for hanging out. We appreciate you. Yeah, you do that, and now it just says that, hey, you're auto-catching. Neat, right? Yeah, it is unfortunately just like the luck of the draw. Yep, that's enough Instagram for today. Oh, hell yeah. What's happening over on Instagram? I will say, I also remember a Canadian TV show. I don't know why it just popped into my head, but I don't know if my fellow Canadians in chat remember this show, Man vs. Wild. Does anybody remember that show? Some Americans also might know this show as well too. I do remember that show. Holy shit. Fucking loved that show. Was it Man vs. Wild? Wait a second. Is that the show that I'm thinking about? No, that's not the show that I'm thinking about. Man vs. Wild, though, was a wild show. What the fuck was the show called? Oh my god. Oh my god, what was this show? It's not Man vs. Wild. I'm thinking of a different Canadian show. What was it called? What was it called? Oh my god. No, it was about... It was not Naked and Afraid. It had similar vibes. Okay, here's the thing. It had similar vibes where it was basically this one guy and he was like a cowboy, basically. And people went on the show and their goal was to make it from point A to point B without getting captured. Manhunter. It's Man Tracker. Is it Man Tracker? Yeah, it's Man Tracker. Dude, that show was so good. That show was so good. Oh my god, I fucking loved Man Tracker. Great show. For anybody who doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about in regards to Man Tracker. Okay, so the whole premise is that there's this old man and that okay, it's way different from Man vs. Wild, but they're outside, so it is still kind of Man vs. Wild, just with like extra steps, because the whole premise of the show was that there's this guy, he was this old man cowboy, and two people would go on the show and their goal is to get from point A to point B without getting captured by the Man Tracker. So they would have like an hour or so to like go ahead and like try to escape being tracked by the Man Tracker, essentially. And the Man Tracker guy on the cowboy, he would like usually invite like somebody who's like native to the area. So it would be like an Aboriginal individual or somebody who knows the mountains well. And their goal was that they had to capture, they had to capture the other people before they made it to the end. And sometimes they would make it to the end, and sometimes they wouldn't make it to the end because they would get captured. It was a whole thing. Exactly. It was just hide and seek with extra steps. And they also, yeah, they had like 48 hours or something like that. And they also, they had to, you know, hang out outside. This is what I mean by like, it was kind of like Man vs. Wild in a way, because the contestants that were on the show, they would have to survive the wilderness and shit like that. Was the prize freedom? No, I forget what the prize was. But anyways, I just remembered that show as soon as we were talking about gladiators or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, I actually remember this one random Canadian TV show. I think the prize was like bragging. I think they probably got stuff as well, but still. They have to have gotten something. There's no way people would have gone on that show just for bragging rights. There's no way, no how. The people would just go on a show for bragging rights. Usually it's money. Did anybody else, when you were like a kid and watch the show like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and shit like that, be like, I could probably do this? I know the questions. I got this. Your poutine has arrived. Your poutine. Enjoy your poutine. I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more. I watched the show and I thought I'm too dumb for this. You watched the show and you're like, there ain't no way I could get this. I forgot I have 2 of these seeds because, of course, I have 2 of the seeds. I was a kid that I was like, I could probably go on that show and I know the questions. God. Shout out to Man Tracker. What a fun fucking show. What a dumb show, but like a fun show. Please don't tell me your clothes, by the way. I will off myself. Thank you. Only later. Didn't they make a game for the original PlayStation of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Probably. Dude, I also remember Canada's Worst Driver. That shit's wild. You know, sometimes I think I'm a bad driver, but then I'm like, hey, you know what? At least I wasn't on Canada's Worst Driver. So a win's a win, you know? Sometimes people driving is horrifying. Dude. Yeah. Hard agree. Red cabbage. Not yet. Hold on. The guy from my hometown was on there. Oh my god. Were they a better driver afterwards? I can't drive and I still get angry at people driving. Dude, some people are very infuriating. Decidingly no. That's fair. That must be like a horrifying job, I'm not gonna lie. There are those people who teach people how to drive, like thinking about it in a sense.
Put your dick away, Walter.
Put your dick away, Walter. That must be like a scary job, just teaching somebody how to drive. I still remember my driving instructor not teaching me how to drive on the highway or anything until like the day of my driving test. He's like, oh yeah, we'll put you on the highway for a bit. And I'm like, you fucking what? What the fuck we mean, mate? Now floor it. Yeah, literally. I'm like, what? So that, TBH, is why I've never learned how to drive on the highway. And even for my next test, because here in Ontario, let me give you a quick overview of how it works in Ontario. Fun fact, guys, is how it works in Ontario. So our licenses are split into 3 different categories. All right, you have your G1, your G2, and your G license. Your G1 license is the first license that you get. Usually it is a written test. And in that written test, it's basically like, hey, this is, you know, the rules of the road and stuff like that. I think you do go around. I don't remember if you go around actually in your car. I think it is just a written test. And maybe a little bit of driving. There is 3 phases. You don't have to drive, it's just written? Okay. I haven't taken, obviously, my G1 test in so long. Also, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome in. Hope you're doing great today. It is, hope you're having a great Thursday as well. G2 is driving? Okay. Thank you, MacMiser. If anybody's got me, MacMiser's got me. So your G1 license, it is a written test. It's kind of like a learner's permit, exactly. Written test, essentially, and that's basically like, hey, you can drive, essentially, in a way, but you have to be accompanied with somebody who like has been able to, who has a G license, who could drive for a certain time. You can't drive for certain hours of the day. You can't go on the highway, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of rules and everything. There's a lot of rules, TBH, in Ontario and whatnot. Then afterwards, you then, I think it's like you wait a certain like a year or something, or it's less if you go to driver's school. Regardless, though, You then have to apply, I think it's like a year. You then have to apply for your G2 license. Your G2 license is your driving test, essentially. So you do a driving test and whatnot. That's like you can do your parallel parking, you drive around the neighborhood, stoplights, stuff like that, yada, yada. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. If you pass, you pass. And then you go to your G license, and your G license is the one where like you have to drive on a highway and stuff. And everything. And obviously I wasn't taught how to drive on a highway. My mom tried to teach me how to drive on the highway. It was a fucking mess. Nobody died or anything, obviously, but it was a fucking mess. So I don't know how to drive on the highway. And obviously because I'm like in my 30s, I will never learn how to drive on the highway. There is 3 tests to drive if there were no survivors. There is 3 tests to drive. There's the written test, there's the one driving test, which is your G2, and then there's the other driving test, which is driving on the highway. So, big brain, Elise, me, big brain, guys. Very big brain. For certain towns in Ontario, they don't actually have a highway. So essentially what that entails is that instead of going on the highway, you go on a big length of road where the kilometer setting is like 80 kilometers. It's like a back road, basically. It's like an 80-kilometer highway. I'll convert it for you freaks. Use miles or whatever. Basically, you're going like it says 49.7. So we'll say 50. Basically, you're going 50 miles an hour instead of going on the highway, which is like 60 miles an hour. And everything. So I basically drove like an hour away from the city that I'm in so I could go to a town basically where I didn't have to drive on the highway. And then I got my G license. And so now I obviously know how to drive. Can picture glasses driving them on the highway. This is fine. Well, there's a Final Destination-esque scene behind. So smart. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know how to drive on the highway. I will never know how to drive on the highway because I'm just like, well, I just don't need to learn now. It's whatever. But you know who does know how to drive on the highway? Andy does, and my mom, and a lot of people who I know. So I have people who can drive on the highway for me. So it is what it is. Just got to accelerate. Here's the thing. It's not just about the acceleration. It's the fact that I have to merge lanes and people are going at like a very fast speed and I have to merge lanes. I hate merging to begin with on just a regular road. Adding in extra speed, just shoot me in game. But I know how to merge. I know how to merge on a regular road where people are going like, why is this fucking ferry coming here? I know how to merge on a regular road when people are going like 50 kilometers an hour and it is not going that fast. People on the highway do not follow the speed limits. They're like going 200 with the speed limit. And I'm just like, ain't no way. Yep. It is just a regular road, but faster, and I'm not there for it. And also in Ontario, some of the highways are like 8 lanes. Fuck my life if I'm ever going to get across that road. And there's trucks. Just shoot me. just shoot me in game. 50 kilometers is not that fast. I know you're also in Ontario. I'm saying for the general audience as well. 50 kilometers is not as fast as going 100 to 150 kilometers on the highway. And people on the highway are so dumb. And they brake all the time and it's just like, ugh, makes me vomit. I get stressed. You guys got 8 lanes on some of the highways. Yes, we have 8 lanes. If you're going to the
highway glasses D.
Exactly, fuck the highway. If you are going to Toronto, they have a set of highways called the Collectors and the Expressway. That is an 8-lane highway. I shit you not. That is an 8-lane highway. So again, Godspeed if you... Dude, Toronto in and of itself is also just stressful to drive in as well. If anybody lives in New York and is driven around New York, you could drive in Toronto, no problem. You'd be like, this shit is easy. For everybody else who doesn't live in a very high impactful city and stuff like that, going to Toronto is just, I won't vomit. There's a major highway in Michigan that only has 2 lanes. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a highway that goes through like my town where I'm at, and that's just like a 2-lane highway. That's about it. Oh, thanks for the hype train that's happening. I'm pretty sure it happened randomly years later. Anyways, that's a 2-lane highway. Then it splits off and it starts to go to a 4-lane highway, and then it eventually becomes an 8-lane highway. And then it goes back to like a 2-lane highway. Pedestrians also don't respect cars. That is also another thing as well too. I know the whole thing for pedestrians is like they have the right of way. People do not follow that they have the right of way, quote unquote. They will just walk in front and be like, I'm just gonna let God decide. Granted, I have also done that, but I'm at least more mindful in that regard. Dude, I don't even, dude, in California, I bet that is some horrible traffic as well. I remember when we were in California and we were in Los Angeles and dealing with that traffic. I'm like, how do people deal with that like on a daily? Oh my God. Hey Mono, welcome in, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well today. Also, Mac Miser, thank you again for the 16 months, sweetheart. I very much appreciate you. Dude, LA traffic is horrible. It is. Oh. Also, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today on this Thursday. Got an exam in 20 minutes? Oh, hell yeah. Do you feel like you're prepared? Do you feel like you've studied enough? Excuse me. No, the cow's pretty cute. I'll say it. LA traffic is probably rivaled by San Francisco, man. Probably. The one thing I noticed when I was in San Diego is that having a little sip. You can wing this. I believe in you. Fake it till you make it. Is that you guys do have a lot of like one-way streets. And then it's like a 2-way street. It just is very confusing to me sometimes. Because I remember like getting Ubers and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, this is like a 3-minute destination, but they have to take like so many one-way streets to get to me that it takes like 10 minutes. I'm like, what? Don't understand. I can't stand one-way streets. I can't either. I don't understand. There's so many in a small town. We just need to add more. What are the circles called again? I don't remember. I'm blanking on their names right now. Guys, what are the circles called? Roundabouts. Thank you. We just need to add more roundabouts. That's what I think. We should just add more roundabouts. Those are my personal hell. No, they're so easy. I would rather drive through so many roundabouts than drive on the highway. I am the #1 roundabouts supporter. I'm like, yes, roundabouts. I fucking love roundabouts. I was once walking to my university from Bloor on a cold winter morning one year, mostly empty because it was like dawn, and a man long honked me for crossing in front of him. He was at a stop sign. I stopped in the middle of the road until he rolled down his window to cuss at me, and then when he did, I just laughed. Oh my God. I want to eat the apple. There's a limit of how many times you can go around a roundabout. Is there? Because I could just be one. I could just be in one for as long as I want to. Who's gonna stop me? The police? You know what? The police probably would. Theoretically, what's the limit? I do hate trucks on the road. Trucks strut me out. Big vehicle going fast. I'd say 2, maybe 3 times. Let's do 3 for good measure. What's my MPG? Whoa, I'm not doxing myself. Nice try. Oh, it's a festival today. I have to wait. Sorry, that was too personal. I know. Chill, chill, chill. Big trucks have no business being on residential streets. I agree. I agree. Hey guys, we're just gonna be waiting here until the festival starts, so everybody get comfy. On my way to school, there are like 2 18-wheelers that damn near ran me off the road. I implore anybody who can drive a truck. I think that is a very stressful job to begin with, but also at the same time, some people should not be should not be truck drivers. How dare you wake me up from your nap with your loud driving? True. Trucks are just big scary. They're big scary. I personally think 18-wheelers should have a separate highway that's designed for them only, bro. Literally. Hi, Amber Dragon. Welcome in, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well today. That 100% isn't realistic, but I know that in Ontario, there is, on certain parts of different highways, where it's just like a truck is only allowed to be in that lane. They're not allowed to go into different lanes. They can only be in this one particular lane, depending on like how big they are and their size. I feel like we should have more of them. Yeah, it's like, why is this vehicle so large, but also they have like their blind spot is like the size of a car? What do we mean? Here to chill while I install Cyberpunk again. Good luck on installing some Cyberpunk. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I think we should utilize a set track for large vehicles utilizing limit locomotion. I think we should just add more trains into life. I agree. Let's just add more trains. I am a big part of the Tylenol experience. I didn't take my Tylenol today though, so I'm slacking. I'm slacking. What if we put trains on trains? Oh my god, what if we did? Hi, Supreme. I know Tylenol. I know Tylenol. I know Supreme. Didn't take my Tylenol. Hunter Wolf, I'm doing well today, sweetheart. How are you doing today? Double-decker trains. Wait, that's just the GO train. Dude, I do love the GO train. You're great as well. Yay. We're just waiting for the festival, by the way. Just one more rail that'll fix traffic. Just one more. Just add another floor. I'd like it downstairs, actually. You make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich real quick. Oh, hell yeah. Maybe by the time you're back, we'll have finally done this festival. Who can say, though? Yeah, can we make train basements? Is that like a thing? I feel like we could. Train basements. I like one day want to go on those trains that take you to like BC and stuff, and you drive past like all the pretty mountains and stuff in Alberta and shit. I feel like that'd be really fun. I was listening to the roundabout convo while writing emails, and let me tell you, visit Michigan. I had one place that had 3 roundabouts in a row that was actually hell on earth. What do you mean? That's probably like the best. That's the best. Yeah, we're playing Stardew. Train basement, you need subways? No, I mean, you have a train, and then there's also a bottom part. Maybe that goes like underneath the rails. So kind of like a subway. Like you have a subway and like a top train. Oh my god, skyscraper trains. Not when you're from there and you're trying to decipher where you're going is awful. You know what? That's also fair. Yeah, a subway that is also a domway. I could do 3 roundabouts back to back, no problem. Bananas or no? I feel like bananas and peanut butter are a good like combination. It's about family, Dom. It's about family. I'm gonna go wait by the fucking thing. I forget when this festival even starts. It's like in the evening. That's all I remember. My tummy is full of french fries and pulled pork. I love this for you. And cheese curds. Oh, amazing, wonderful, fantastic. You deserve it. The festival ready yet? Oh my god. Magnet levitating trains. Yeah, can I have a levitating train? Can I just have the Japanese train system? Except like everywhere. Is that like a thing that we could ask? Hi, Jamie. Jamie, I hope you're doing well today, sweetheart. You guys ready for the best music that's going to be playing in a second? Just let me in the fucking festival, brother. It's too much fast for that in the US. That's fair. Oh, Grimace, if you're still here, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'll reply under the fan site. Hi, Jimmy. Oh my god. Hi, Jamie. Congrats on your haircut. Jamie, I don't think you'll ever get away from that. Oh, Jamie, also since that you're here, did you see more of the Pokeopia trailer? Because it looks good. It looks good. So hi, Triune. Welcome in, sweetheart. Fucking finally. Festival's ready. Banging music incoming. Just need to buy a jack-o'-lantern, that's it. We'll also go get the pumpkin. Do 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 boom 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 boom. Wow. I saw of it, but the sound wouldn't work on my phone for some reason, so I have to watch it all. Oh, rip. I'm sorry. Sorry that happened. Do 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 do. Wah, 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 wah. Is it this way? That's not this way. Do, 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 do. Oh wait, is it actually the middle one, I think? This is what happened last time too, where I was like, is it this one? Yes, this one. I have to wait for these guys to fucking move. Itchy eye. Hi, Amber Dragon. Enjoy your lurk, sweetheart. Did I buy the funky rug? Do you remember on Ray's Stardew playthrough where he bought the funky rug like multiple times? Because I think about that like a lot. And every single time when I come to this festival and the funky rug is there. And it's just Ray yelling at Tina being like, babe, you bought the funky rug? I think about that a lot. I do miss Ray Stardew playthroughs. We'll go say hi to everybody like we usually do. Na, 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 na. These costumes are always so cute. Haven't seen Mario in hours. I hope she's alright. She's fucking dead in a ditch. Go say hi to my boy, Elanus. Alright. We can sleep. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's fine. We can leave. I just need to literally buy the pumpkin and then leave. Pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. Oh, Goat gave birth to baby Goat. Hell yeah. Goat Junior. Hell yeah. How the fuck did you give birth? We don't have another goat. Okay. Can they just give birth on their own? I forget. Do we have two goats actually? No, we only have one. Magic? You know what? That's true.
Hi diddle ho neighbor Reno.
I think it's a Simpsons reference. I don't watch The Simpsons. I'm sorry. Andy loves The Simpsons. Fun fact about Andy. Loves The Simpsons. Unfortunately for me, I don't. That's because I was fucking traumatized as a child. Whoop, jacking their lantern. Yo, you offering to jack my lantern? But that's because I feel like I feel like The Simpsons would be on like every once in a while. And I'd watch it. But then like, so they do like something called the Treehouse of Horrors, right? That's like their thing, is that they do the Treehouse of Horrors or whatever. And I think I ended up watching one, and unfortunately I think it was the one where like the AI or whatever takes over the house and oh, I made it to level 10 by the way, huge. And all I remember is that at one point Homer's like on the table and then like the AI tilts the table, Homer goes down and like a bunch of blood appears and everything. And then later down the line, you see like parts of his brain. And as a child, that grossed me the fuck out. So I never watched The Simpsons ever again at that point. I was like, don't like this show. This show's too gross for my comfort zone. Anytime there was like anything that would happen that's like really gross in a TV show, and it still does apply to today, there's some things that I can't watch while eating. Like I remember vividly when Ray was playing this one game. It was by the people who made like, oh my god, what was this game called? Oh my god, what was this game called? I actually don't remember the game, but I remember that it was like a gross, like crude type of a game. It wasn't like South Park or anything like that, but I remember he played it and I felt like so sick watching it. I was like, I'm dying, Squidward. It wasn't High on Life, it was the other game. What was the other game called? Maybe it was High on Life. It was Trover Saves the Universe. No, it was Trover Saves the Universe. No. When it comes to horror games like that, like Outlast, Resident Evil, and stuff like that, it's gross to a degree, but it doesn't bother me that much. But Trover Saves the Universe, I don't know why. I got like so sick watching that, and I was like, I can't watch this. It was like the one time where I was like physically ill watching it. Still don't know why, but there are some things that I just get grossed out by that I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. I was just captioning High on Life and I was like, this shit is ass. I'm sorry. That shit's just not for me. It's that type of humor where I'm like, it's not for me. It's like the same with South Park and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm good. This isn't my humor. Like poop fart. Yeah, that's the humor. But there is still sometimes, like to this day, where I will be watching, where like Andy and I will want to watch something. Like for example, we were watching Princess Mononoke, and I'm like, I have to eat dinner before this because of like, it's sometimes gross and there's like blood and people getting decapitated and shit like that. And I'm like, I can't. It's just, I can't be watching it because of how like gross it is to me. Another bundle done. Complete breakfast. Now I just need one of these things. Hi Raja, welcome in, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, sorry, I don't fuck with decapitation. I'm trying to eat my mashed potatoes. For me, it's sudden blood out of nowhere. Yeah. Beware of decaffeination. So I have to be very, in a way, picky with what I'm watching while I'm eating. Because if stuff gets like too gross, I get uncomfortable and I'm like, I can't eat this anymore. Hey Soka, welcome in, sweetheart. That's another fun little fact. Oh my god, you just have the red cabbage? What is this? What is this bullshit? What the fuck do you mean? I got 1, the red cabbage seed from her, 2, the red cabbage, and I had a drop. Fuck this playthrough. What the, where was this? Where was this the last time? Are we? Fuck off. Oh, Venus, I don't like that shit either. Like with Resident Evil 7, that like dinner scene, I can't watch it. I'm like, this is gross. Fuck my big chungus life. Okay, now we just need to get the powder melons, or holly, I guess. Bro, what the fuck ever? This shit is ass. This is bullshit. Max, I did not. Yeah, the dinner scene is rather gruesome. It's stuff like that that I'm just like, But usually I just won't eat like dinner around that time, or I'll just have like the tab open. This is why I'm not a horror fan. I'm also not a horror fan. I like, if anything in regards to horror, I like psychological horror. I'm fine with like Resident Evil, like 2, for example. If I'm shooting a zombie, it's not as graphic to me. And shit like that. But when it becomes like that type of stuff, where it's like body horror and everything, that stuff can kind of make me uncomfortable. Yay, we're almost done. Yippee! Yahoo! Yippee! Oh, I can't do anything that's like eye-related horror or like feet. Feet-related like horror. I'm like terrified. I'm like forever terrified of like stepping on something and it getting like impaled into my foot. Oh, hate that. I can't have anything like that. Also with fingernails, don't fucking do shit with fingernails. That shit's so gross. That shit is nasty. Don't do shit with fingernails. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that at all. Ugh, gross. Gross, 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 gross. Pixel boots are your friend then, it's true. We're just probably going to go to bed so we can skip to the next day. Boots everywhere. Sure, I'll be a shepherd. The one SpongeBob episode with the dresser. I don't even remember that episode. So you know what? I'm good. I saw that one scene in Home Alone and now I have an irrational fear of stairs and nails. That's fair. Blue Sakana. The morning I get you Chana. You don't get many. I'm many. You join our Hochana. Kudan Otonga. Let the moon chang good in Today I see somebody Hamna Ochana. Blue Sakana, thank you so much for the year, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yippee, that's a whole year. Also, that's not BTS, that's the K-pop group 17. You're around town talking about your generosity? Hell yeah. That's so nice. Thanks, Marnie. Thanks, guys. Everybody's my friend. Oh yeah, Outlast is like, it's gross in a way. I still love watching Ray play Outlast though. You know, this broad loves K-pop. Fucking guilty. That's me. What can I say? I'm a big K-pop guy. Hi, babies. I still don't know how you gave birth, but okay. So what was I gonna answer to as well? I don't remember. Giving you my live reaction to the Pokeopia trailer. I love Professor Tangrowth, right? I watched the movie K-pop Demon Hunters. I did watch it. I only watched it once. And was like, hell yeah, this is a good show. I feel like if you are ever interested in getting into K-pop, that is a good like starting point. Because they have some good songs. Some of them better than others. But they have some good songs. Alright, let's see if we can go find some holly. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear. Okay, one holly. Have a holly jolly Christmas. I wonder why a lot of people like the movie so much. Because the songs are catchy, if anything. The songs are very catchy. The animation's really nice. Characters are very interesting in a way too. I gave that movie like a solid 8 out of 10. There was some stuff that I didn't like in it, but that's such like a nitpicky thing for me. You had some friends who cosplayed them? That's really cool. Hell yeah. It's better than Pixar movies as of lately. I feel like Pixar has like really gone downhill in regards to like their ideas and stuff. It's really sad to see because they had such great ideas back then, but now it's just like, I don't know. I just hear not good things about it. And I don't know if it's just from the people that I'm hearing and stuff, but Holly, where is the holly? I don't want a crocus, I want a holly. Pixar's great ideas, car with tramp stamp. Okay, but that kind of cooked though. Let's be honest with ourselves. That kind of cooked. I did see that they're obviously making a Toy Story like 5, and I'm like, man, why? We don't need that. We don't need that anymore. I think we can just let some things die and it's okay. We don't need to make sequels and stuff. How about we actually just go back to the the DVD sequels. Like, you have a good movie that goes into theaters and stuff, and then you have like the sequel and everything. And it's just like made for DVD sequels that are just not that good. Pixar movies have been fine lately, which isn't bad, but when you had a stretch, oh yeah, when you had a stretch like they did in the 2000s and stuff, definitely that makes more sense. Can I not find like another holly, please? I keep just finding like the fruit and everything. This is actually homophobic. Here we go. Actually homophobic. Soft hello to you too, friend. Hope you're doing well today. How do I get into this game? I was gifted it and just feels like a lot. It can be very stressful, but you do kind of have to take it at your own pace. Hi, G.I. Joe, by the way, welcome in. I mean, I do challenge runs in this for fun. Definitely utilize the wiki as well, because I feel like a lot of people just kind of go into this and be like, I don't know what to do and stuff. Oh, I actually have 5 already. Huge. Where it's just like, just take your time. You can research stuff as well too, kind of see like what you want to go for and everything. I also agree that Toy Story 3 should have been the last one. I don't think there was a reason to make Toy Story 4, and it was very much just, okay, kind of a thing. Hi, Teebs. I hope you're doing well today. Hollywood is creatively bankrupt. It's true. Toy Story 4 was fine, but I was just like, I feel like we didn't really need this. We could have done without it. Here's the wiki if you need it. Thank you so much for linking my boss's wiki feed in the chat. I'm so glad you did that. By the way, he is 5 stars on the wiki feed if anybody wants to, anybody's wondering. Thank you for your explanation. Yeah. You can like also work on the community center as well. That's a goal that a lot of people do. That's probably like your main goal just to do. Also, Matt can play. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the prime sub. I appreciate you dearly, and I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in, welcome in. Enjoy your emotes. A lot of them are Reet, Flaffy, and Ampharos. We're fucking done with this challenge run. We're done with the challenge run. Yipper! I'm more disappointed in myself being curious and I clicked on it. The last bundle, farewell. Oh my god, we fucking did it. Yay! Yippee! Another one done. The Completionist Complete Community Center Challenge run is finished. It does mean that we have to do the Clint challenge next, but unfortunately, Genomos have returned to the spirit world. Hooray! We're done. All right, let's go sleep. And that'll be it. So we don't really need to see the community center cutscene or anything because I've seen that so many times. That's how I feel too. A child. My sweet baby angel. Quobus. That's not Krobus, but still, sweet baby angel. I also don't know why the cutscene played from that way, but sure. Whatever. My beautiful cat. Meow. Game share with Nintendo Switch. You're mooching off me? Oh my god, Oomphy. Of course you can. Mooch off me. Feel free to do that. All right, sleep for the night, and hell yeah. Fix up the minecart that I never used. Please do. Please do. Yippee. We finished the Completionist Complete Community Center Challenge run on winter year 1. Yay! We did it. And we also got all of our stats up to 10 as well as another little bonus thing to do. So hell yeah, let's go. I call that a win. YouTube, as always, thank you so much for watching another wonderful and amazing Stardew Valley challenge run. The next one we're going to be doing is a mixed seed challenge run where we are unfortunately going to be romancing Clint because that was an incentive that chat met for a charity goal back in the day. So that'll be exciting to see. That'll be exciting to see. But YouTube, as always, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you dearly. Hope you had an amazing time participating in the challenge run as well too. If you are ever interested in doing any of these challenge runs, I highly recommend them. It definitely spices up the playthrough of Stardew Valley for sure. But yeah, that is it for me. You have an amazing rest of your day, YouTube. Take care and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.